Is it too late? Too late to start a business? Too late to change direction? Too late to finally back yourself? That question came up in a radio interview I did just after the new year, and what unfolded surprised even me. If you've ever thought, I should have started this years ago, then this conversation is for you.
So if someone's listening right now and feels stuck or unsure about what is next, what is one, I don't know, gentle question they could ask themselves tonight to get things changed?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that when we ask this question, we're doing it from a place of that grounded self. So if we're feeling all the spiraling crazy energies, before we ask this question, we're going to go back to that thing we had our list of, making sure that we take a breath, go for a walk, whatever it is, we need to just calm our nervous system down. And then when we get to that stage of, we're back into self, we're like, okay, I would love you to ask yourself, if I was to already know, what is one thing that I could do right now that would make this better? If I was to already know, what is one thing I could do right now to make this better? And if your brain is tricksy and says, I don't know, that is a sign that you need to take another breath and get really tuned in. Because I guarantee once you get from that place of fight, flight, spinny,
Chaos.
Thank you. Beautiful word. Chaos into that calm, grounded self, something will say something. You'll hear it. You'll feel it. You'll just know. I guarantee it. Give it a go.
Okay. So what's the biggest myth, though, about success that keeps people stuck? What keeps us there?
What keeps us there? I think it's, again, the society that we live in a world where we're totally always shown a version of success, whether that be in social media, in television. We've had it. I've had it. I was born in the 80s, so it was all like giant phones and cut suits and cash, like whatever success means to you. It's the myth is it's always external. It's always something that you get. It's always something that you get at some point. How you were talking about that magic pill. I hear so many people, if I just do this, some point it will just, click. And you're like, will it now? So it's like, it's not an external thing. We've touched on this already. When I said, what does success mean to you? I built that business and on paper, really successful. To me, not so much. Success for me is something different. So if we think of success as being in that joy, being in that purpose, living our life fully and totally fulfilled, that doesn't mean I have this house in this suburb, I have this car. I mean, maybe it does for some, it doesn't for me. It might mean, my kids go to this school. No, it's not. It's going to be a feeling, something that you just know, something that you sense. So the biggest myth out there, and I'd be keen to hear what your listeners think. Let me know. But I think it is this idea that it's external and striving. That is the culture of shoulds again, all right? Don't fall for it, people. Don't.
No. So then the listeners that are sitting at home quietly thinking, I'm meant for more, but I can't see the path of where I'm meant to be going. And what would you actually want them to take away from this today?
Well, first of all, I want to celebrate you, because if you are even noticing that you are meant for more and you want more, that is way more than a lot of us ever managed to achieve. Because if we are so caught up in the humdrum and the spin, we often don't give ourselves time to even notice. So first of all, I'm clapping and celebrating you for noticing, because noticing is the first step. So once you know that you have this sense that you want more, you're meant for more, however you language that, brilliant. Now you get a choice, right? Now you get to choose. This, I'm getting chills. This is great. New year, this is what it's about. This is where you get to choose. You go, okay, so I want more. And even if you don't know what that is, I've been there. I kind of got to a point where I lost who I was. I'd completely forgotten to be Selena. I was so busy being mom, business owner, and every other role that Selena kind of disappeared, and I'd kind of forgotten what she liked. And so when I had that feeling, what I did, and you can laugh at this, but I loved it, was I made a bucket list, and every school term, being the good mom, I would pick a thing and I would do it on a Thursday night. So in 1 year, I learned to fire twirl.
Wow. Okay.
Why not? Just to see if I liked it. I learned to stage fight just to see if I liked it. What else? I joined a choir. I had so much fun, and some of it wasn't for me. Some of it, I loved it. I definitely had a moment where I was fully convinced I could be in the cast of Lord of the Rings as an elf. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So I just went out and played in the world until I remembered what lit me up. And some of us need to remember to do that. Take it a little less seriously. 1 hour a week for 8 weeks or 12 weeks won't hurt you, and it's fun. So, first of all, amazing that you've noticed. If you're really stuck, sit down and write an outlandish list of all the things you think you would be crazy to do, and see how many you can tick off until you work out what it is that does light you up. And then come and let me know how that goes. I want to see pictures and everything.
Oh, I love this. But is age a barrier? Is it ever too late to start a business?
No. No. How many examples can I give you? Okay, I have clients who are in their 70s. My dad is a serial entrepreneur. He's 70. He's just started his 4th startup, much to my mum's horror, who thought he retired 5 years ago. I think the beautiful thing about business is it is a mirror. So when you go into business, you need to understand that you're going into a relationship. Now, when you're in relationship with another human or a pet, whatever, there you can blame them if things go wrong. Oh, well, they weren't listening. They weren't doing that. When you're in relationship with a business, who's in charge of that? You are. So it is one of the biggest opportunities for self-growth. That is what I love about what I do as a business coach, right? The business will hold a mirror to you. So when you're fretting about how much to charge or whether or not your value is there, we need to ask questions about your relationship to money, your relationship to self-worth. Can you see where I'm going here?
I can see where you're going.
Yeah, so business is the most expansive ride I've ever been on. Like, if I was still an English teacher, I would not have experienced or understood half of as much as I know about myself now. So it is never too late to move into a space of self-discovery, of chasing your dream and passion. Tell you when you should start yesterday, really, quite honestly. Just get into it and just explore. Honestly, I have had the absolute honor of working with people from many generations who are chasing their dreams in different ways, in different levels. There are different levels of business. You don't have to be a multi-millionaire mogul. Whatever your business means to you, it will be part of your journey. It will be a beautiful experience if you let it be. Absolutely. It's never too late. Ever.
I absolutely love that. And I'm sure there's so many people sitting at home who have an idea or a concept that they would like or wished they had developed. So 2026 is your year.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in to join us tonight,
You're
Selena.
welcome.
You are so inspirational. You've got me all fired up now too. How can people get hold of you if they would like to discuss ideas or
I'd
their
love to do
businesses
that,
further?
Yeah, well, the easiest way to find me is through my website, which is selenawoodward.com, spelled like the goddess of the moon, Selena. It is the full moon. I have to mention that. And for those of you who were asking earlier, I am a Stargate Gemini Cancer, so this full moon is going to be awesome. So yeah, reach me at selenawoodward.com or look for Inner Business Podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts, and you'll find me there.
If this conversation resonated, you might like to know that this is actually the final part in a series of interviews on 5AA with Tracy Yeend. Each part of these interviews explores a different area of business, self-worth, and what it means to grow in different stages of your life and career. You can find the other episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and I recommend starting from the very first episode. If something stirred inside you whilst listening today, then I want you to practice just letting it. Let it be. You don't need to rush. Just notice what is coming up for you to explore. I'll see you next time on the Inner Business Podcast. here on YouTube and all fabulous podcast platforms. Take care.